All right, we're joined now with, if you can't tell, David Garcia from Os Independentes de São José.
Moo-moo.
Moo-moo. All right, we're just going to jump right into it. Okay. I'm going to say genius concept for your guys' assunto this year. Where did you guys come up with the idea?
We wanted to think out of the box because everybody's always used to seeing us as women and stuff like that, and that's what everybody was expecting, so we wanted to go the other direction. And no other direction you can go other than this.
And that's good. So you guys, your style is more of a revista. Why do you guys stick to that kind of structure?
We were actually watching our dances on the way here, and back in 2007, our group decided to take a break, and then last minute we did 2 weeks before Carnaval a little comedia.
Wow!
And the comedia lasted more than like 15 minutes, and it took us 2 weeks to do it, and we did it with piadas and crítica social and stuff like that, and it was well received. And so since then, it just kind of took off. And then in 2010, which is why I've got the number 10 here, that's when Os Independentes was founded with the nuns. It was the Capítulo Freiras.
Gotcha.
And so we became independent, and we just saw people really liking the style. It's different. They always like to hear their name sometimes on stage. Some do, some don't.
Yeah, of course.
Behave. You don't want to hear it. And so, ever since then, it's just taken off.
And speaking of, how do you guys decide what makes it in and what doesn't?
Literally, it's every week or every practice there's something new added. We added something 2 days ago to this script. Wow. Every day it's changing. And we try to keep it at a consistent amount of time, or else we could be up there for 4 hours without anything that we got to talk about.
Of course.
But we exchange ideas with each other and see what can stick and what doesn't, and just go from there, really.
And you were saying, some people don't like it as much. Do you ever get any too bad of feedback?
All the time. That's what feeds us.
Yeah.
That's what feeds us. No, there's that Portuguese saying, o barreto é para quem serve. And so, if you get offended by it, that's because there's some truth behind it, right?
Good point.
I mean, we avoid saying names, obviously. Some of them we say jokingly. But some of the stuff that's true that we talk about, it's nothing wrong, but it's stuff that it's good to call out. It needs to be called out, and we're not afraid to do it.
There you go.
That's fun.
All done in good humor,
of
obviously.
Of course. No, that's the thing about Carnaval. It's all in good faith. It's all
Carnaval,
in good humor.
Carnaval, ninguém leva mal.
Yep. Great.
The idea of why cows and not like sheep?
Cows look better and they've got bigger tits.
No argument there.
I'm sure there's more dairy farmers.
We felt that the whole cow theme would really relate, especially to the Valley.
I was going to say,
our assunto is always kind of directed to San Jose because that's where we live and all that. And so we thought with the cows, at least we will talk about some stuff of San Jose, but it will relate to the people in the Valley.
And are you getting a more of a reaction from people in the Valley than you are in San Jose?
This performance here was by far our best one.
Really?
It was great. The feedback from the audience is awesome. And you guys are in Carnaval, you know more than I do, or just as much as I do that. We feed off of the audience's reaction, which leads back to the whole topic we talked about, having to not transmit the dances.
Yes.
All leads to filling up the halls a little bit more, because if you're performing for an empty hall, it's not easy.
Yeah. No, we know. Awesome.
On that string with the not transmitting, have you seen being in performing already? Have you seen a difference in the crowd attendance versus?
I think it's been pretty similar to what it was last year. Mm-hmm. It's not like it used to be years ago, and I get it. Right. The older generation is dying off. The newer ones, if they're not involved in a danza, they're not necessarily out at the hall watching them either. So I get it, but it's. It's a fight that we're always going to struggle with, and we're always going to have, but we're not going to let our guard down.
Of course.
Baby steps.
Yeah, definitely.
What time did you guys perform at Turlock?
We started at 4:15 in the morning, and we ended at 5:30 for a crowd just as big as this, which surprised me.
Wow.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, that's good, though, but... What happened? Because it seems that the schedule has been going really good the last couple of years.
It goes good, but there's always going to be an issue on the night that we do Turlock in San Jose. It's a 2-hour drive.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And unless you separate them to a different day, to where Bay Area is one day, Turlock and Modesto's another day, and then Tulare is another day, and then just have Artesia on a whole other week in itself. You're always going to have that delay.
And there's always going to be some hiccup of...
then because there's actually less dancers this year, only I think by one, you don't have that spare danza that's in there in the middle, kind of hitting that buffer zone of the travel. So while the 4 are up here performing, or in Turlock performing, and the other in San Jose are performing, and they go swap, there's about an hour and a half difference of no dancers. And that hour and a half is what kills us, because a lot of people go home during that time if there's not a strict lineup. Here in Tulare, from what I've heard, it's been nonstop.
It has been
and that's
nonstop.
exactly what we want.
Yes.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, we're not going to keep you any longer. You got more places to
We
go.
got Plata and Greens next, and we're done for the night. We already did Hanford. We opened up Hanford.
Okay. Awesome.
Very good.
Well, thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for having me. I love you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Love it. Thank you for the support, as always.
No problem. Feliz Carnaval.
Bon Carnaval.
Moo moo.
Moo moo.